We are two African Americans born in the 1930s. Unfortunately, we had to go through much segregation and discrimination. We, like most people, would just stand aside and listen to the whites. There are a bunch of people like us, but there are also quite a few people that would stand up against it. One of these people is James Meredith. James Meredith was born on June 25, 1933, and grew up in Kooskia, Mississippi. When he was 18 years old, he joined the Air Force for 9 years. After coming back from that, he attended Jackson State College for 2 years. He then wondered why he couldn't go to school that was better, an all-white school. He first wrote to Thurgood Marshall. After that, he wrote to the U.S. Supreme Court. He enrolled into the University of Mississippi. The case was much like the Little Rock Nine. The Mississippi governor opposed this, like in Arkansas, and the President of the United States had to eventually get involved and send federal troops down to restore peace. James Meredith graduated from the University of Mississippi in 1963. He then went on to work as a civil rights activist leader. His most famous feat was leading the March Against Fear in 1966. The march started in Memphis, Tennessee, and ended in Jackson, Mississippi. This was a protest against voter registration intimidation. While the march was going on, Meredith was shot and wounded. He went to the hospital for a while, but rejoined the march for the last couple of days that it went on. In 1968, he earned a law degree from Columbia University and worked as a stockbroker. Sometime after this, he suddenly decided that what he had once fought for was not what he wanted to fight for anymore. He moved back to the South and became an advisor to Senator Jesse Helms. James Meredith is still alive today and is known as a heroic figure to us and many other African Americans.